This is going to be very much a let's just see what's in front of us. I know people at home who watch a great deal of PUBG will definitely be able to theorize where people will be, who's going to what spot. But again, it's still very much a let's just play it by ear. We're always going to be cautious in regards to this. We're always going to be up for something new as well. That's always the exciting part, right? Is technically if we see something a little bit different, a little bit unique, that's quite fun. So, from north to south, it should be okay. Anyone heading far towards the west might have a little bit of a problem stretching over there, so you might see the adjusted drops just to keep them with a quick bit of loot. We do see teams close by over by Junkyard. That's normally Ence's territory, but we have a couple of others lingering close by. But Ents do tend to be very headstrong when it comes to their drop spots.
Yeah, they've always stuck by it. I mean, for certain scenarios, it's not a wonder. We can have a scout. A lot of other teams with these engagements that we're seeing early on, I know they're nothing massive and nothing critical. I say critical for the opposing team that'll be losing players. Hawkey's already gone down. That's a confirmation incident from Squeaky, but his teammate was under fire from the late drop previous, which even if he has survived, which I think he did, game in the old memes that came off that, yes, it was self-destruction against all teams that went there, and it really did nobody favors, but sometimes you just got to stand your ground and say, no, this is ours. They've caught them all off guard individually. This could be extremely dangerous.
So Gustav did manage to make it out of there as well. I think he's fallen back to the other phase players. But let's keep on board with Ents now, trying to clear out this compound. One of the entropy players is on the other side. Good pickup, actually. Diggory gets caught with his pants down. And now, let's see if there's any more damage to come through. If you're Ents, you do not want to be losing players here. This was not the point. Squeaky controls the scenario. The res will come in. The blue's quite close, but they should be fine here. They've stabilized. And into the flames you go, I think, knowing your fate is sealed here. And this should be a reminder to Entropic that, okay, we can't keep coming this way. We've now lost down a player. Is this worth it? We might need to look at our backup locations. And speaking of the other two from Entropic, they are kind of creating a little bit of a roadblock here. Now, I think El Giganton on the other side might have something to say about this. They pulled up, and they're more than happy to fight. Ghost are already going to find one. And I think there might only be one standing now for Entropic.
While I respect the play of trying to camp a roadside and pick up some points, in a two-man job like this, the four-man stack's always going to win out.
Oh,
already see
Gaxy's found the
on the
old angle.
reposition. He just gets in the car, says, I'm really sorry, mate, I can't raise you. I'll run you over instead. Bye-bye.
Wow. That was pretty brutal.
Has actually been forced onto Omicron by FaZe, taking residency in that compound. They back down. You don't want to take that fight. I'm okay with it. That's fine. Don't bother if you don't think you can win it. You don't have to be fearful in these kind of scenarios. T-Bone does find tuned up. So at least that puts the point in the pocket, but it will force the rest of Adepts away. So they can keep people at arm's length here and keep them at bay because they are rather split. I think it's a 2-1-1 stack at the moment, all the way across that bottom coastal road.
Oh, DA just tried to make the run over from north to south, and I think at the moment I only see Sixmo still alive. I don't know if they've lost out on everyone. They had a player knocked earlier.
Really rough terrain to cover, and getting from there with the amount of height people have you and line of sight from distance of the buildings that are in front of you. It's a really, really treacherous run, so maybe trying to avoid it, to be honest with you. With that, Gem2 decides to get a little bit closer. XC on his feet and straight back down. Double nade does the damage. How much more he can really survive, especially when Morpheus is actually pushed back like that. They may make...
And utilising the cover nicely to try and slot players across. I think the remaining player might have some issues getting there, and it's centralised a little bit further towards the east than west, but now here comes that fight towards Unity and Raise Your Edge.
Yeah, finally showing his hand here. It's a cycling, so we'll see that flying over. May go towards the bus in case he's using that for cover. It's a little bit short. Again, we know that these nades have been nerfed. I have to keep reminding people because you will not see as much damage as what we're used to, or certainly for many years of playing it. That's off the back wall, doesn't get through because the smokes are there. Animal onto a different angle, so now, so you have to be careful if you are Unity. You're not taking too many fights here, too many engagements. While all this is going down, you're still outside the circle, and unfortunately for the southern set player, otherwise you know for a fact you're going to die. FaZe know exactly where TSM are. Maybe not all of the players in total. Still surviving, though, and the information might not just be there yet for FaZe, so they'll hold at arm's length.
Oh, why are PEL just battering each other? Leave each other alone. Just leave them be, like the top end of PEL just deciding to fight. Flashbangs coming out. LA going to buy some time, allow maybe a rotation. We do see Unity being caught. That was a fight, but plenty of people dived in on that. Northern Lights finding picks here. Page finding a pick on towards Iro. That's a loss. And now we're going to have to see this starting to wind up here. We are seeing everyone converging. M-Force working their way through. They've got plenty of people looking their way, though. They are in a good spot technically, but if everyone turns their attention, they could get pinched. They need to be careful. This is a very treacherous northwest side. Adept being knocked down by Tornado Energy. See the nades coming back in, trying to find those two players from Raise Your Edge, but it's actually Nail Up to catch out Dog even, excuse me. So now nade to follow. That should confirm it. It does indeed. Even gets the knock as well on towards Sinister. So this is a bit of a systematic, categoric shutdown as well. There we go. Raise Your Edge. Raising the amount of kills they've got. 4 for Nail Up. Well played. Can he find the remainder though?
Yeah, he's holding the line here and doing a damn good job as well. I know his Shiv was in the back toe with the Mini just dinking him away, especially on the vehicle side. Then Monkey takes the off angle, moves on to ETG. They're eliminated as well. They're going to keep pushing this one, but they have to be careful. Don't get me wrong. I'm liking the points. I'm seeing what they're doing. But they're still making noise. NLT will be reading this one like a book, so don't just go running in for no reason, being bloodthirsty, and then getting punished for it. Because some teams we see doing that, they get a little bit giddy and a little bit excited. Speaking of excitement, this could kick off rather quickly. TSM at FaZe's door.
Miraku
on the off angle.
Yeah, Miraku unawares, surprised. 80 and Uber combining to take them down. They need to do this quick because Liquid are considering their options further up north, and here comes the flush. 80 takes down Miraku. The flush, ooh, got a little greedy there. Fex punishes him, and that's why you want Gustav to have your back. Straight away there, trade, ready and waiting. Not going to pick up 80 yet. Gets the loot, gets all the goodies. Get some smokes, I can imagine. And Tornado Energy might get a little bit interested in this. They've drawn a lot of attention here, FaZe.
They have. And they've been gifted a fair amount of circles, but now they're out of the safety net. They're going to have to work for this one if they want to continue the survival. Liquid is directly above them, and if Liquid are playing like they played on Wednesday, they should be a decent team to watch this weekend. But the same could be said for any roster that's in this lobby. There's still all to play for. Sixmo's doing the standard of just getting his head down and hoping they can survive into top 10, which is looking pretty good at this moment in time.
Tempus. Look at that positioning.
Gone.
Well, here they might spot him out, or he might spot them out first. Now here they go. Oh my word, the patience. 1, 2. You waited a little too long, didn't you, Sixmo? You can't stay alive through that. Quizzy's probably like, wait, where was he? But still, you're seeing everyone piling in towards FaZe, who are stuck at the lower end of the hill. Uber's gone down. That's Jeems, and now it's all pick them apart.
Both FaZe is already falling, unfortunately. They were from Northern Lights. They actually caught them on the cross, and this is because FaZe have been forced to move by the circle. It's rather unfortunate that Liquid are just applying so much pressure to them. Could only be Gustav left. At least claims one back for now. Nope, I tell a lie. 80's still there, but he does get knocked. Mexi on the side. Shows always a little bit of a smile when he knocks somebody on the FaZe side. Meanwhile, kill feed, T-Bone also falling. 80 actually gets stolen. NLT still doing damage to FaZe, even when Liquid want to try and pick up some points. That's rather cheeky.
I like the jump from Tornado Energy. They kind of left them all fighting at the south and then just kind of jumped up north. Omikun in trouble now. They're going to try and make the run in the vehicle, head up north, and they're not actually in this spot either, which is a bit of a problem. El Giganton might be able to get vision, and Gustav certainly will. And Gustav might have to switch into, go from survival mode into I just need to get as many frags and points as possible because I probably won't make it out of this. And I think he sadly left that a little too late. He's gone down. It's actually Quizzy to claim that towards it. And FaZe are out in 9th.
Airlip is still killing people, Lauren. He was on 4 or 5 kills when we last turned off with him, and he's still putting numbers on the board here. Gaxy's confirmed. Monkey with another one. And NLT really feeling the force here of Raise Your Edge. Tixu, Squeaky, Rustum Map all simultaneously fall as Eleganton go up against Ents. Now this is, I talked about it earlier on, still for me one of the biggest problems about playing this area. We've seen it time and time again. It's rinse and repeat from unless Diggory can completely turn me into a liar here. Always playing on this side is a pain in the backside because it's just a nuisance to get in. Now everyone knows where this fight's been happening. For Tempus, if they get an eye line on them, they're going to have to run up against the blue. They're already going to be pretty damaged. You can't really med up from this. And honestly, just 3 points for a team.
I mean, Diggory did pretty good. Individually, good play. Bigger picture, issues. However, Liquid now need to make their move up north, and look at Tornado Energy. They took the advantage while they could, but now they're getting pressured from further up the hill. So the further north on this map, I guess northeast, it's slightly higher ground, so they can definitely see down this slope. So Tempus can get good bits of vision as everyone's...
Tornado Energy going down, but we do have Liquid who are doing the complete polar opposite them. And by doing so, they might just meet up. Rust and Marinette still going. 3 players on the feed as well. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Diggory went on, you know, survival and just resurrected everyone. Now they did split out Paige. Paige is taking down one, but surely there's a trade there is. Is there time for the pickup? I'm not sure. I think that, yeah, no chance for that, I don't think, at this point. Oma could have gone down. K-Mine now getting pressure from Raise Your Edge, who are being really aggressive. They pushed down here. Keep in mind, Nail-Up still going off, finally looking like they're getting pressure back towards them, but K-Mine's on 20 HP, and he's got players left, right, and center. Raise Your Edge are a little bit broken and beaten, but Nail-Up again, who is this guy, and why is he defeating half of the lobby? K-Mine forced to fight, and now has to run the gauntlet, and Nail-Up is looking like an animal right now. How many kills has he got here?
I think it just came up 10. I think he might have 10 to his name. That is absolutely disgusting. He is having the game of his life.
Let's go.
Monkey's still up. Excuse me, Shiv. Monkey has just gone down. Shiv's still up at least, so it gives him the backup that he kind of needs. Tempus have done really well with the position. Quizzy has the information. Finally, somebody stops the destruction. Can they finish him off, though? Does his teammate have his back? I expect Quizzy to throw up nade up here if he actually has any, but it's clearly Nail-Up's second or third knock. The bleed out will be real. Shiv will sit in there. Tixu's also got a molly, so he might be able to burn out of that scenario.
10 kills, though, doesn't really matter in my eyes. He has done more than enough. Now, look at how this plays out. Tempus have complete high ground. This is place.
4 players up and how much land they've taken control of. I suppose the only real danger to not getting the win here is themselves, honestly. If they split up too much and get picked off individually. Well, someone's there to actually get the refrag. This should be okay.
Oh, Quizzy. So well done for him as well. He's been playing this one ditch, but it's the ditch of death. Anyone who comes near it gets picked up. I thought that was going to be a quick trade there coming out. You know, no one Tixu's like he could get it done, but no. Dealt with swiftly. Quizzy's left with nothing. Like, no armor, no helmet. Looking worse for wear. Now, Shiv has worked their way up, but you can see everyone now trying to find these remainders. Clip, I think... I don't know if he caught a glimpse of Quizzy then. I think he might have got a good idea of where he is, but Shiv's off to the side. So this could be a little bit dangerous, but look at his gear. 3 vest, 2 helmet, full, you know, sitting pretty. Quizzy could have an off angle. See what damage can be done. Quizzy's just trying to play it slow, play it safe. Uh-oh. As soon as you hear shots, you know you're in a bit of bother, but he's snuck his way in. Going to hit the deck and aim for second place. Pray that Shiv gets found first and he can jump the points. Shiv now going to try and bide his time. Is he in? I think he might be here in this little bit of a defilade, but they could waste utility. They could push this if they want to. There's not really a way I see them losing this one. Shiv trying to readjust, but he's got Clib off to the left and 2 of the players up top as well, and Clib looks like he wants this one.
In theory, they should have all the utility in the world as well, and they can waste it because there's no one else really to fight. They've got to find this last solo player, and keeping all 4 players alive into the last one. Don't get me wrong, the circle was definitely favourable to them. Quizzy's cycling an aid, so everyone knows he's going to try and end it himself so they don't steal the point. That's exactly what he's going to do. Throws it down below him, denies Tempus another point, and away we go.